I think always switching vendors, it's going to seem extremely overwhelming. And you just have to remember, like, there's a reason why you want to do it in the first place. And you've got to be, yeah, super cognizant about your renewal date. The reality is, like, a lot of these renewal dates can be pushed out, right? If you're like, can we push this a quarter or two? And so you usually have that flexibility. But yeah, I would say, like, it's all about mapping what you've got to what you need in the new vendor. And the nice thing is, on the new vendor side of things, like, you've got a sales rep or account manager who's like extremely incentivized to like do the work to help you map that. And so they're going to, it's like, hey, we use like this pre-employment assessment. Currently, you guys don't have that. And it's like, well, we've got these three other options, and here's why it's different, but here's why it might be better. We actually just changed our payroll provider, and we have like a time tracking solution that we were using previously. And in the new one, they didn't have an integration with it. And we actually are now using a solution that is better in many ways. And so, it was actually nice to discover that. It's overwhelming, right? Like, you don't want to screw this up. You don't want to create extra work for you, but you just have to carve out the headspace and the time, because it's going to make the next 2 years of your life a lot easier. I think you have to think about the other kind of selfish motivations here. One is, you get to evangelize in the company, like, hey, like, we did this thing and here are the results. So we switched applicant tracking systems and our time to hire went from 60 days to 45. And that was like a big catalyst for us hitting our revenue targets. I think your average HR or TA professional isn't very good at that, like, self-promotion. And I always encourage people to brag, because that's how you get the internal juice to do the thing that you're passionate about, right? Like, you want to update the career site, you want to go to an event, you want to reskin your diversity program. The way that you get the internal juice for that is by doing a really good job on the ATS switch. The other kind of selfish reason to do this is just because the more reps that you have on switching solutions, the more valuable you are in your career. So if you, on your resume, it's like, hey, we had a seamless migration from this product to that product. When you're going for your next job, that's a huge selling point, because there are very few people who can do this well.